How many of the reality of what we're facing today is one of breaking up, splitting up of homes and divorce? And I want to speak to you tonight on moving on after breakups and divorce, or what to do when your ex doesn't follow the rules. How many of you know breakups in the church are uncomfortable and painful? Because we never intended to start dating and then marry in order to call it off. We did it because we saw hope. We were looking for affection. We were looking for security. We were looking for companionship. But guess what? The darkest days in your life can be after you've broken up a marriage, or even if you've been dating. Those can be the darkest days in your life. The breakup of the home is becoming normal. Today they advocate for you to have an affair, to break up your marriage. The billboards around Wall Street that have spread to the rest of the world, where they tell you to go out and life is short, have fun. But the implications are huge. You know the danger of divorce here, and I don't want you to feel guilty here because I'm talking to most people, is that we fail at the most important relationship of life. There's no more important relationship than marriage. And so I want to speak just quickly here, main reasons why we have a get out of marriage quick mentality. These are the common reasons. Number one, we married the wrong person. Usually we're getting out of this one because we discovered we married the wrong person. But it's amazing how after discovering you married the wrong person, you so quickly find the right one. It's like they've been waiting in the wings. The second reason why we get out of marriage too quickly is because we were too young and naive. Oh, I've grown up so much, Pastor. I know I was 28 when I married. I know I was 35, but really I was so immature. It's like buying a car. I won't mention any brands, and then you find out it's a dud. Well, you hooked in. You might as well start fixing it. At least get to enjoy it. If you scrap it, you lose out big time. But if you discover all the faults over a period of time by going online, you can actually drive it. There's an analogy there. Number three, the third reason why we bail out of marriage quickly and we think we'll find a solution is because we deserve to be happy. These are myths. How do you know God's main goal in your life is not your personal happiness, but your personal development? This right to be happy. No, you've got a right to be happy if you make good choices. If you make bad choices, you can't, I'm not happy. Try and buy a car and then go to the bank and tell them, I'm not happy. They're not interested. They want your commitment. You sign on the dotted line, but I don't like this brand. Goodbye. But when it comes to marriage, we're in the trade-in mode. The fourth reason why people walk out of marriages too quickly is we rebel against hardship. The minute things get difficult, we have kids, we've got responsibilities, we don't have much free time, there are limited choices, we bail out. So now, let me give some reasons why you can have conflict with your ex, because people say, well, how come Christians break up? And then there's all this strife. I'm going to give you some reasons, then I'm going to get to the point in a moment. Are you still with me? But number one, the reason why people struggle when they break up is because we can't stop thinking about them. Are they happy? Are they having new dates? They're seeing someone. Number two, the second reason why we have conflict with an ex after a breakup is they were tied to us spiritually, not just physically. You can't just call it a day. There's a bonding of your soul and spirit that takes place when you join to someone. You can't just wipe that away. Number three, this is the reason why we have problems. An ex is not supposed to be an enemy. The highest form of relationship, look on the scale here, the highest form of relationship is marriage. We don't know each other in the room, and I might have cut you off tonight. There was a guy in a BM with an ND number plate. He was really trying to get into church, and so he may be my enemy. He's not. Wherever he is, we love you. So you've got an enemy, someone who hates you, someone who disagrees with you, someone you don't know. Now they're a stranger to you. There's a close relation, but they're still a stranger. At least there's not hostility. Now you move up, you get to know them. They're not so bad. They become a friend. Hey, this friendship's developing. I think I'd like to go out with you. Hey, let's make it permanent. So now when it doesn't work out, strange we don't stay friends. No, we go right down to the bottom. Shwa, enemy. I know you love Jesus, but I'm not sure. How many of you, if we're Christians, your ex is not supposed to be your enemy, so they behave like the devil. No. Even though, come on now. Number four, here's a good one. This is why your ex is a problem. We think we're more right than they are. No, I'm wrong, but they're more wrong. Come on now. We give them an inordinate percentage of the wrong. Let me give you 10 quick things on what you can do to move forward with your life. Number one, guard your heart. Guard your heart. Don't be known for what flows out of you all the time. Hi, what's your name? My name's Jane and I'm divorced. Guard your heart. Because bitterness can get into your heart and it can destroy you. In Job chapter 10 and verse 1, we mustn't be like this. Job says, I loathe my very life. Therefore, I will give free rein to my complaint and speak out in the bitterness of my soul. Listen, he lost everything. He lost his children. He lost his home. He was covered with boils and his wife taunted him. You're not there. Don't let your heart be blocked. Go to God. Say, Lord, refresh my heart. Change my heart, oh God. Number two, guard your children. Guard your children. Yeah, but you must see what the ex does. She plays the one up, plays us against each other. She tells she and he tells the kids, don't try and be good, just be good. Yeah, but you know what she's saying? No, I love what Jesus said here. This is a verse for you. Matthew 11. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he has a demon. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say he's a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners, but wisdom is proved right by her deeds. In other words, you can't please anyone. Just live your life. In the end, the kids will see the truth. Protect the kids. Guard the kids. Number three, guard your tongue. Guard your tongue. James chapter 4. Brothers and sisters, do not slander one another. Anyone who speaks against a brother or sister and judges them speaks against the law and judges it. When you judge the law, you're not keeping it, but sitting in judgment on it. You know what we've got to be as Christians when we face these things? We've got to be doers of the word, not just hearers only. This is where you act out your Christian life. Number 4, you need to forgive, let go, and move on. Do you know that forgiveness is a daily decision, not an emotion? Every day you've got to wake up and forgive. Jesus forgave in the midst of his crucifixion. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Many of you need to practice that verse of scripture. Every time your kids are collected, or you hand your kids over for the weekend, or every time you encounter your spouse unexpectedly and they are rude, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Don't say it to them, but just remember it in your head. Because you have to keep forgiving. Number 5, you still good? Don't be a victim, even though you feel like one. You say, but I am the victim. No, you're not a victim. Can I just remind anyone who feels that they've got divorced and their partner is the one who did all the wrong? You chose them. Acknowledge your part in it. I chose them. I went along with it. No, don't blame. I was fooled. I was at that stage. Shut up. Just acknowledge that you did something right. It's the beginning of your healing. Number 6, guard against cynicism and go slowly. You know what people say? Don't talk to me about marrying a Christian. Next time I'm just going to find someone in the world. No, I'm not going to home group, not dating Christians. Christians are fakes, hypocrites. No, they're people. Life. So don't become cynical, but listen, go slowly. Because people say, I'm not cynical, I'm ready for a new start. One of the most common mistakes you can make is to move on to the next person too soon. Number 7, quickly, make new friends all the time. Because the more friends you've got, the less likely you are to be sinking into a pit of loneliness. And can I say this? Have a lot of friends, but don't get intimate. Because you are longing for intimacy, but you're not ready to go there yet. You need to just have stacks of friends who are always inviting you out. Sorry, I'm already been invited by them. Oh, I'm going with them. Gee, you're a hot property. Yeah, I am. People are so kind to me. Sit at home and the devil will hook you. Come on now. Number 8, trust God for healing. Go to him. He who became broken for you can heal your brokenness, and your wounds and your bruises. Because hurt people keep hurting people. You've really got to be healed, because people sit with the stuff for years and years. Number 9, we're nearly done. Stop looking for people to fill what only God can. When you are whole, You won't be looking for someone to complete you. You'll be looking for someone, listen, to complement you. Find someone that can meet some of your needs, but don't ever use this term, they my everything. Baby, you are heading for trouble. And can I say this? You talk about people filling what only God can. Can I say this? Give your heart fully to Jesus. Because divorces take place when one or two of the people aren't fully making Jesus Lord.